Hi, welcome back to Fantastical Magic Tarot, and welcome if this is your first time here. My name's Andrea. We are doing a reading today asking, what is the limiting belief that is holding you back? Okay, before we get into your pile selection, I just wanted to let you know there is a free reading contest every month to subscribers who like and comment, and all you have to do is comment on the video free reading. Okay, and you can subscribe or enter the contest once per video. The other thing is I am now offering private readings. My email is in the description box to this video. You just have to email me and I will get back to you with the details for private readings. Let's get into your pile selection. I am going to use different tarot decks for today's reading. The first tarot deck is the Osho Zen. Okay. The second tarot deck is the Forest of Enchantment. And the third is the John Bauer Tarot. And I'm just going to randomly sort of split the deck and take a card from each. And then you'll also have a card to draw you in. Okay. First one, pile number one, your card is Control. Pile number two, this is going to be your card. It's the Weaver of Challenges, which is the Queen of Swords in a traditional tarot. Okay. And group number three, your card is the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands for group number three. Okay, so let's let you look at that for a second. Okay, group one, group two, group three. I'm going to have timestamps in the description box below, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, group number one. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Osho Zen Tarot. And the card you got, your first tarot card, is this Control card. And this is actually the King of Swords. And the question we're asking today is, what is the limiting belief that is holding you back? Okay. And I pre-shuffled for oracle cards today. I only take what pops out when I do that. So we're going to look at your oracle cards first, and then we're going to grab your tarot deck, your Osho Zen, and we will pull tarot. So let's do that. Your first oracle card out, Deep Freeze. Deep Freeze. Okay. Your second, I'm going to move this stuff a little bit here so we have room for at least one more oracle on the top there. Okay, your next one, I had to cover this one up for YouTube a bit, but it's the God of Spiritual Healing. An aspect of you or a situation in your life is in need of healing. Okay, and then, oh, I bet you I can fit these two here. Okay, and then we've got two affirmation cards here. First one is, I have the perfect living space. Interesting. It says, I see myself living in a wonderful place. It fulfills all my needs and desires. It's in a beautiful location and at a price I can afford. That's your first affirmation card. And then your second one is, I am worth loving. I do not have to learn love. It says, I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. Okay. Okay. I'm starting to see what's happening here, group number one, but let's look at your last oracle here. It's the, oh, interesting. Yeah, this one also gets covered up. The Tantra of Frequency 639 Hertz. This card also can talk about love, unity, partnership. Interesting. Okay. So, I mean, the thing that's coming through right away. So this group, there's some aspect of you, part of your limiting belief is that you are not lovable. Or you have to earn love. Or love is not for you. Can't trust love. This card, I believe in the book, also talks about love. Hey, let's check that. But I mean, you can see the hearts. There's two people in a very intimate sort of position here. Same thing here. And then you've got this card about I am worth loving. And you've got this deep freeze card here, which normally talks about taking a pause, like a pregnant pause, a pause so that you can reflect. It can also talk about letting go of any kind of conflict that you might be having. I mean, that's what this card means. But in the context of this reading and this question of what is the limiting belief that you have that is holding you back, I feel like what this card is saying, you believe certain things can't happen for you because you're not lovable. And for some of you, this is affecting what's actually materializing in your life. So I think for some of you, I mean, you've got this I have the perfect living space card for an affirmation. So it's like some of you, this is affecting your ability to have like a good, safe home or a good, safe work environment or a loving partnership where they love you for who you are. You don't feel like you have to change for them. You don't feel like you have to do all kinds of things to earn their love. Or even just having a partnership. Maybe some of you don't even think you're worthy of a partnership. Maybe some of you here just kind of go person to person, or you abstain from relationships altogether. But the underlying, how this manifests for each of you is going to be different, but the underlying limiting belief for this group is that you're not lovable. Certain things are just not for you. And you know what? I can really, not to the not lovable part, but I can relate to the limiting belief of certain things not being for you. And I kind of had that limiting belief myself that I'm actually still working through. These limiting beliefs, especially ones that go back to like childhood or that you've inherited through some intergenerational, energy, these kinds of limiting beliefs are not easy to change. And they always kind of haunt you sometimes. Sometimes you can never fully get rid of them, but they can not have control over you anymore. And you can clear out your energy and open up space to have things that you deserve and want, despite a limiting belief that has gotten in your way in the past. And for some of you here, like I was saying, this limiting belief is affecting what you think you can have. You're not lovable. You have to earn love. If you think if there any aspect of self-worth in a limiting belief will affect the things we can materialize in our life. This can affect the kind of home you have. This can affect how much money you have in your bank account. This can affect what kind of job you have. It's like we create a glass ceiling for ourselves that we can never push through because of these limiting beliefs. And I feel like that's happened for you here, group number 1, okay? And interesting that you've got this King of Swords or this control card. It's like you don't trust. You feel like you have to control, micromanage things. Like you have to make things happen because they won't just happen for you. You have to make them happen. You have to earn love. You have to work hard for money. You have to control every aspect of something or it's not going to turn out right. And this all has to do with your underlying belief about who you are, how lovable you are, and what you deserve. This is very interesting, okay? So let's, I was going to read the book. I was going to read the book for this God of Spiritual Healing for you, okay? Let's find that. But there's massive messages here about underlying limiting belief about not feeling lovable. And you are lovable. Group number 1, okay? Okay, God of Spiritual Healing. It says here we go. The essence of all healing is ultimately love. A situation in your life or an aspect of you is asking to be healed right now. Regardless of what method, technique, or therapy you choose, true healing, which stems from the spiritual heart of creation, only occurs through love. The God of Spiritual Healing has appeared in your reading today to send you light and love. Feel the presence of love all around you. Close your eyes and feel the love which automatically radiates from your heart like crystal pink light. Trust in the power of love to heal you and to heal any situation in your life that is in need of healing. Imagine yourself filled with and bathed in crystal pink light. Visualize your relationships and all in your life as being healed right now. Remember, the power that made you can also heal you. That power is love. I love that message. We are all worthy of love, and we all are born with love. We are born with that in us. And let's just read your affirmation card again. I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. You have to start with loving yourself, group number 1. You have to believe in your own innate lovability just for being a human on this planet, for having a soul, for whatever, if you believe in God or whatever higher power, that higher power loves you. And you automatically have love within you, and you have to give that love to yourself. And then you will start to attract love from other people. You maybe if you are in a relationship, things can shift, healing can radiate to the relationship after you find your own self-love. You stop doing so much to earn love because you don't have to. You just have to be yourself. Of course, when we're in relationships, there's energy exchanges and we need to respect and love the other person, but this is really talking about you though, and what you are allowing for yourself from other people, what kind of love or lack of that you're allowing, how you allow yourself to be treated, how you behave in relationships, all stemming out of this self-limiting belief that you aren't lovable. It has to start with self-love. And then the rest of your life, you'll start to see shifts in your relationships, shifts in what you'll put up with. You'll start setting boundaries. You'll start knowing your innate worth and living up to that and expecting the same from other people to recognize your own worth. And that will start radiating out and manifesting in your material world. For those of you that do have any kind of housing insecurity or financial insecurity, it will start manifesting there. It all starts with self-love for you, group number 1, okay? Excuse me, I just needed a sip of my coffee there. It's okay, we're gonna pull your tarot now. We're gonna ask some more. What is the limiting belief for group number 1 that is holding them back? What is the message here for group number 1, please? What's the message for group number 1 here, please? What is their limiting belief that is holding them back? Okay, you've got... Oh, group number 1. You've got aloneness. The Hermit card. Aloneness. even if you're in a relationship, I think a lot of people in this group feel alone. You just don't feel worthy. Group number 1. You don't feel lovable. You can't open your heart yourself because you don't even love yourself. Okay. But this all stems from what you believe about yourself, okay? Then the next card you've got is stress. This is the 7 of Wands. I think this group has feeling like this and believing these things about ourselves and not having healthy, true, genuine, loving companionship in our lives. It causes a level of stress, like beyond just the mental stress. It causes emotional, spiritual stress. It causes stress on like a cellular level in our bodies. And is that a monkey? Hang on, I just wanted to see, because I was just thinking about I was going to say to you all, I don't know if any of you out there are animal people, but animals give us unconditional love. I have a dog and he loves unconditionally. And maybe that is, for some of you, just if that resonates, if you've ever thought about getting a pet, maybe that's a place to start. You can give love that way and you can receive love that way. That could be a very healing place to start. But yeah, I think this card is here just to indicate I'm just feeling layers of stress from these beliefs. Okay, and then you've got the 4 of Swords. Postponement. Look, everything's in gray. There's just this little window of color. And she's not in that. She's looking into that window of color. But she's in the gray. Interesting, her clothes have some color though. There's a lot of gray. Not a lot of life. Not a lot of like source energy here. It's like maybe you're even shutting out, that love, that unconditional love we get from God or source or whatever you believe. Actually, you know what? This is another one I actually would like to read the book about, because this is, the 4 of Swords in a traditional tarot, it talks about needing like retreat, needing rest, being exhausted. But for me, this feels very withdrawn. This energy in this card for me feels very withdrawn, kind of like this aloneness card. But I want to look at the book for this one, because this book has very interesting, this is it, by the way. This book has very interesting descriptions of cards. It's not often very sort of typical. Okay, here. 4 of Swords. Let's read this. Okay, it says, the woman in this picture is living in a gray landscape, full of unreal, cut-out clouds. Through the window frame, she can see colors and light and aliveness, and although she would like to move through the frame, as we can see by the rainbow colors appearing in her garment, she can't quite manage to do it. There is still too much what-if activity in her mind. Tomorrow never comes, they say. But no matter how often it is said, it seems that most of us tend to forget the truth of it. In fact, the one and only result of postponing things is a dull and depressing feeling of incompletion and stuckness today. The relief and expansiveness you will feel once you put aside all the dithering thoughts that are preventing you from acting now will make you wonder why you ever waited so long. Yeah, so I think for this group, it's like you're not living your life to the fullest potential. You have not reached your fullest potential. There's a lot of dullness, gray. There's a lot of gray. Yeah, there's dullness in this energy, and it's like there's so much more available to you. There's so much more living, a fuller, more vibrant life. Love, experiences, genuine experiences where you can let go, trust, receive and give love, see the beauty and the vibrancy in life, like all of those things. And I think that you've been thinking about how you want more for yourself. There's a piece of you that wants more for yourself, even if there's another piece of you that doesn't really think you deserve it or can have it. But you want more for yourself. And you've been thinking about like, okay, I got to do something. What am I going to do? I'm going to go talk to somebody. I'm going to open up my feelings to someone. I'm going to commit to a relationship. I'm going to go get therapy. Whatever. I feel like you've been having some kind of contemplation about how to make yourself happier, healthier, but you just haven't done it. And I think part of the reason you haven't done it is because you just don't believe it's possible. It's not going to help. Your deepest belief about yourself is that you're not lovable and you can't have certain things. Certain things are out of reach for you. And so this reading is asking you to start finding some self-love. How would you give love to somebody that really needed it, that you really cared about? You need to do that for yourself. Find some joy every day. Get it, like I said, for some of you, get a pet. Or just go be around animals and children, things that give unconditional love. Go be around nature. Just do anything that starts opening up your heart, and then start paying attention to the thoughts that come into your head, the feelings that come up when you start to think about yourself, what you deserve, what you want, your lovability, and start intervening on your own thoughts. Start telling yourself different things, even if you don't believe them at first. Like affirmations can be very helpful just to start to switch things a little bit. Visualizations can be helpful. Visualize yourself in a loving relationship. And then seek out help. And maybe start with whoever or whatever your source of help might be, support to start changing this. Maybe start with the very openness of telling them exactly where you're at. Like, deep down, I don't believe I'm lovable. And they can, if it's another person, they can explore with you where this came from. It probably came from childhood, or it may have came from a relationship. Could be a number of things. But yeah, that's just some of the advice I'm getting for you right now. Group number 1. I think I'm going to leave this reading at that. You are worthy of love, okay? You can have whatever you want. Anything is possible for you, group number 1. I just want to tell you that, okay? All right, and if this was helpful, give me a like and subscribe, and then I'll see you in the next one, okay? Hi, group number 2. If you chose the Tarot of the Enchanted Forest of Enchantment Tarot, I get it mixed up sometimes, and you got as your first tarot card the Queen of Swords, or the Weaver of Challenges. You can see in this card here, she kind of looks like an ice queen, doesn't she? And I've heard other people refer to the Queen of Swords as that ice queen. Just sort of meaning their heart can be a little bit cold, can be very in their mental body rather than their emotional body. And you can see she's got all these vines kind of coming up. She's lifting up these vines as a wall of protection around her, kind of thorny energy. So we'll see what this actually ends up meaning for you in terms of what is the limiting belief that is holding you back. I have oracle cards that I pre-shuffled and pre-selected. I only take what pops out when I do that. Let's look at them, and then we will get some tarot afterwards from your deck there. Okay, so your first oracle is Wide Open. That's a beautiful energy. But we're talking about limiting beliefs, so we'll see what this means, but let's just get all your cards out first. Then you've got Angel of Abundance. A steady flow of abundance is about to manifest. Okay, so I think this limiting belief is probably blocking some area of abundance in your life. Okay, we'll get more. Sorry, okay. Okay, and then got a couple affirmation cards. The first one is, I let go of all expectations. I flow freely and lovingly with life. I love myself. I know that only good awaits me at every turn. Okay. And then we've got, the past is over. This is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment. Okay, some aspect of the past here. Some aspect of the past, of your past experiences, is affecting your expectations. I really get like this group is not wide open. You expect certain things for yourself in terms of they're actually limiting you. But we'll get more into exactly what this limiting belief is as we go along. Then you've got this this beautiful card, Telepathy of Terra Mater, which is, Terra Mater is referring to like Mother Earth, the Earth Mother. Very grounded energy in this card. So let's see. Oh, sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Group number. Group number 2. I knocked the camera over. Let's see if I can fix that. I'm just going to pause this and fix this. Okay, thanks. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's look at your cards here. I think part of your limiting belief is it's similar to group number 1, but it's totally different at the same time. But group number 1 had this limiting belief about things not being possible for them for different reasons though than you. But I feel like it's like you expect this is what I'm getting. I feel like you expect karma in terms of like anything. It's like you feel like you're bad or something. Like you've done something you've done in the past, or some messages you got about yourself in the past. It's like you need to be punished. And that you are being punished. I think you have some kind of limiting belief about, that you're being punished, or you will be punished for anything bad you've ever done, thought, or said, or maybe just by nature of who you are. Maybe you came from some kind of certain class, certain socioeconomic group, certain kind of family, I don't know, where people told you that you're not worth that much because of where you come from or who you are. It's kind of what I'm getting here. So I'm going to actually just read this from this. This is the Oracle book, White Light Oracle. And I'm just going to read the little intro to this card number 36 here. I feel called to do that. I read from a different one for the first group, but for yours, I feel like reading this one. Okay, so it says, the pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. The skillful and unpredictable workings of Mother Earth or Earth Mother are supporting your soul journey unconditionally. Following up on inspired ideas and allowing for unexpected shifts in direction are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good to your heart. Even if it seems improbable or unattainable, it will manifest successfully. Yeah, like you feel like part of your limiting belief is that you feel like certain things are unattainable or not likely for you because of something to do with your past. And it's like you expect your life to really only go a certain kind of way. You only expect certain kind of things possible for you. And yeah, this is a limiting belief that you have. And it's interfering with the level of abundance that you could have in your life. I'm just going to see if there's anything else I want to read from this book. I mean, it's like 3 pages long. Oh no, this one is really long. It's like 4 pages long, the write-up on this card, but I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. Yeah, it's talking a lot about miraculous magic of evolutionary manifestation. Like miracles are possible kind of thing. It's also talking about how this is a very sacred feminine energy, knowing how to receive. And it's talking a lot about ecosystem intelligence. You know, like, gosh, if any of you have ever studied like forests or the ecosystem in any way, how it's just insane how everything is so interconnected, and how, you know, something like a small little mushroom is so integral to the whole health of the forest. And you know, how one tree is feeding another tree that's like kilometers away, or shunting over resources. And like, yeah, just how things are connected in ways that we wouldn't expect it at, you know, just face value. And the intelligence of these kinds of systems. Yeah, this is a lot to do with like unity consciousness. So I think I'm just going to get into your tarot. I need some clarity here. I'm definitely getting the message that, yeah, you believe something is unattainable, not possible for you because of something to do with your past. You have your mental body, you've got the Queen of Swords, very mental energy with this expectations message. And then you've got the wide open card. It's like you need to open your mind and your heart, I think. You really need to open your mind to possibilities. You are limiting yourself in terms of, well, that's what a self-limiting belief is. But you're limiting what's possible for you. So let's get some tarot to really kind of, clarify this message. Zone in on the limiting belief that you have, okay? What is the limiting belief? For group number 2, please. What is this limiting belief? Please, for group number 2. What's the limiting belief here for group number 2? Group number 2. Group number 2. Okay, so we've got your first tarot that popped out here is the Weaver of Visions. This is the Queen of Cups. You see you've got a heart and mind energy here. Then you've got Page of Wands, or the Child of Spells. And then you've got the Seeker of Spells, or the Knight of Wands. So this little guy here in the Child of Spells, he is like a apprentice magician. Okay, that's who he is. And he's practicing his magic on this little rabbit. And he's very enthusiastic, and he's trying, and he's practicing, and he's dedicated to his craft. But it's not being very effective so far. Like this rabbit, he's trying to transform this rabbit. This rabbit is just sitting there like not worried and not transforming into anything. But like this guy is gonna get it. He's gonna keep practicing and he's gonna get it. And then you've got this Knight of Wands here, and she's also a witch, and she's decided she needs this flower for her magic and for a spell or something. And she's gone into the dark, into the forest, in a risky kind of area. Like she's taken a big risk to come out at night by herself and get this flower. So this is actually talking about like taking a risk about something you feel passionate about. And you've got Page, Knight, Queen. You've got a progression of energies here. You know, let's get one more. What is the limiting belief here for group number? Another Page. Child of Boons, which is the Page of Pentacles. This is about learning. This is about, again, this guy. They look similar, don't they, kind of? This page here is hungry, came across a gingerbread house and can't remember the rules about whether he's allowed to eat anything from it or not. So he's being cautious. He's being cautious even though he's hungry. But again, this is another like beginner, novice kind of energy. So what I'm kind of getting here, yeah, and you've got the Ace of Spells on the bottom of the deck, which is the Ace of Wands, which is like, sorry, I can't stop. Now we got the Ace of Challenges underneath that Ace of Swords. Okay. So group number 2, your limiting belief. I think you believe you have some limiting belief about what is possible for you. You expect certain things to be out of reach. I feel like you've made some kind of mistake in the past, or you perceive something as being a mistake, or you perceive something as being bad. And it's like taken away your confidence. It's closed you off. Now, for some of you, this is going to be some experience in your life, like something, maybe it was in a job or in a social group or something, some kind of experience you had. For others, it's an experience you had as a child. It's just like intrinsic to who you were, who you were told you are. You were told you are this kind of person. For example, let's just say you came from some kind of lower class family or background, and you're told, you're going to be poor your whole life. Like, you come from a poor family, you're poor, you're trash, something like that. It doesn't have to be that severe. Take it as it resonates with some kind of messaging you got about intrinsically who you are. And that now you've only just expected only certain things are possible for you. But I definitely am getting the energy with all these pages. Lots of action, lots of fiery wand energy. It's like you won't go after your passion now because of this. It's like you're worried about making a mistake, I think. A lot of you. In something, or maybe just in general, like you are really hard on yourself when it comes to making mistakes. And you're closed off to opportunities now. You're kind of closed off to like new. I feel like you don't want to do anything new. You don't want to take risks, or maybe you do, but you're just too scared to. And this is affecting, your life, your abundance. You need to open up to possibility, open up to opportunities, be willing to take risks again, be willing to make mistakes. It's the only way we learn. I think you need to reframe the way you view mistakes, group number 2. Yeah, the way you think about what you can have, and also about like your own journey of getting there. There's like, I don't know, I just feel like some of you just aren't willing to look bad. Maybe worried too much about what others think for this group. I think the way to move forward is to let go, like this says, I let go of all expectations and expect to make mistakes. Maybe that's one expectation you can have. Expect that making mistakes, needing to practice, needing to try, that people don't usually get things on the first, second, 10th try, And like, I don't know, if you go and listen to anybody, I spent a great deal of time starting to like listen to and follow people who were really, quote unquote successful, or just had things that I kind of wished I had, or had a life that I wished mine kind of looked like, which is not really good to compare, but I was doing this from a point of view of trying to get inspiration, really. It wasn't out of a comparison energy. It was just, I was trying to get inspired. I just wanted to hear other people's experiences. And I also wanted to know that people who came from places like me could achieve, certain levels of quote unquote success, because I personally had a limiting belief about, I could never, have a lot of wealth or have any really, really super important job or that kind of stuff because of where I came from. I came from a lower class family. I grew up on, it's called welfare or social assistance in Canada, where I am. And it means the government supports you. And there's a lot of stigma around that. And I got a lot of messaging about who I was and what I was worth when I was a kid. And it really limited it limited what I believed was possible for myself. And it was very self-fulfilling prophecy. Like I as much as I believed was possible for myself is exactly the amount that I achieved for myself. And I realized I had hit a glass ceiling and I couldn't go any further. And I realized it was because of these kinds of self-limiting beliefs. And I'm just getting a similar energy for that for you. And it doesn't have to be where you come from, but there's some aspect of the past here. So it could just be past experiences. For some of you, it's going to be like me. It's about who you were, who you were told that you are growing up. And for some of you, it's past experiences, past mistakes. You need to let these things go. And focus more on, self-forgiveness, self-empathy, compassion, self-love, and like reframing the way you look at mistakes. Reframing, whatever it is that is like makes you not want to take risks, makes you not want to put yourself out there. Whatever that is, and I really feel for a lot of you, it's because of mistakes. You don't want to make mistakes. You think you're a failure. You start judging yourself. You start worrying about how other people are judging you, what they're calling you. You need to let go of all that. None of that matters. I mean, it matters what you think about yourself, for sure. But like, I'm talking about like other people's thoughts about you are none of your business. Have you ever heard that before? They're none of your business. It actually has more to do with them than it does with you. And are you going to hold yourself back because of other people's, that you're spending so much concern and time worrying about other people's thoughts and, what they think about you? No, I know you don't want to do that. And sometimes we need some support in working these things out. They are hard to work out on our own. So I would encourage you to seek out any kind of support. For me, I did therapy. I went to something called Adult Children of Alcoholics and Dysfunctional Families support groups in the community. They have online groups too. Anything, any kind of community support group, any kind of therapy, any kind of energy work, life coach, anything. You know, there's lots of resources out there to help us work through this stuff. You know, you can go to them and be like, I won't move forward in my life and I won't go after opportunities because I'm afraid of making mistakes. And I don't want to be afraid of making mistakes anymore. I don't want to care what other people think that much. I want to be more kind to myself. I want to reframe the way I look at these things. And you can get help to do those things, okay? Let go of the past. Reframe the past. That's all the kind of stuff that's coming through here for you, group number 2. I know I've been rambling in this group, but I think the take-home messages here are really important for you. So I hope it was helpful. If you got anything from this, please give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, group number 3. If you chose the John Bauer Tarot, and this first tarot card that came out with the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is about victory. It's about fast movement, communication, all those kinds of things. So we'll see what that means for you. I pre-selected Oracle today, and then I'll show you those, and then we will do tarot. We'll take your John Bauer tarot deck here, and we will get some tarot messages as well. I only take what pops out when I do this, by the way, when I pre-select. But your first Oracle card is Gentle Gardener. I mean, this card can talk about, being kind to ourselves, taking it easy on ourselves. But in terms of a limiting belief, we'll have to get the other cards out to see what this actually means for you. Your next Oracle card is God of Reflections. I had to cover up the card a little bit here. It says, the qualities you see in others are simply your own reflection. And this card actually talks about kind of not believing that you're as good as other people. Is what I think that's what that card means, but that's what I'm getting from that card anyway. Like, you see qualities in other people that you don't think you have. You wish you had. Maybe a little bit of envy. Or just not thinking you're as good as other people. A lot of comparison between you and other people. And then the next one you got is an affirmation card. It says, I deserve the best and I accept the best now. A lot of messages. There's a collective message here about self-worth. Definitely the reasons why and sort of the context of it is different in every group, but there's an element of self-worth here collectively in these readings. Anyway, okay. So it says, I am mentally and emotionally equipped to enjoy a prosperous and loving life. It is my birthright to deserve all good. I claim my good. Okay, it's about, believing you can have and deserve. I think deserve is the key word here, not just, you deserve. You can have the best. Group number 3. Next one is, as I say yes to life, life says yes to me. Life mirrors my every thought. As I keep my thoughts positive, life brings to me only good experiences. There's another message about mirroring here. Reflection, mirroring, that's coming up a lot for you. Okay. Then your last Oracle card is this lovely card 15, Spirit Bearer of 396 Hertz. That's a frequency. Spirit Bearer. Spirit Bearer is a very nurturing, loving energy. Very caring. Think of how a bear nurtures and cares for their cubs. They are so protective. I mean, all mothers are protective, but bears have a reputation for how protective they are of their cubs. So let's start off by just reading. I wanted to read a little bit of the book for each group, and I'm kind of deciding which book to read from depending on the group. But for you, I am feeling this one here, this Spirit Bearer. So let's read a little bit from that one. Card number 15. Okay, so it says, you are being healed from guilt and fear. Such emotions will no longer steal your personal power or dissuade you from confidence, happiness, and realizing your own worth. No matter how unlikely it may seem, you are going to emerge from a spiritual winter into light and life. The divinely ordained time for your liberation, healing, and emergence is much closer than you realize. Abundant blessings are stirring and soon shall manifest. Okay, so some people in this group are dealing with some guilt and fear that are limiting you, are disempowering you. The people in this group need confidence in themselves. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm just keeping reading this book, seeing if there's anything else I want to read from here. It's really long, like the write-ups for these. Look, it's like, what? Like all these pages. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. But I'm just, here, I'll just read this. It says, so it's talking about, again, what I was saying about this mother bear kind of energy. And it says, the inner mother love enables us to develop our own sense of personal value, belonging, and home. In connection with the inner divine mother, we feel loved, wanted, and held. We know ourselves well enough to understand what we need, and we value ourselves enough to live in such a way that our needs are met. We recognize that we matter, not more than any other, but enough to feel self-love and self-respect. Yeah, I feel like for this group, you feel like other people matter more than you, or other people can have or deserve more than you. Other people are more capable of you. There's a lot of comparison, looking at other people and comparing yourself in this group. Okay. And then the other thing I wanted to do before I don't know why I want to do this. I want to look at the Gentle Gardener card as well. I actually don't read from the books that often, but I just feel like doing that here. Card number 2, the Gentle Gardener. The Gentle Gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create the reality you experience. She is the embodiment of the energy within you that is sent out into the field of co-creation and ensures that all that you are is reflected in the world of form. There's so much about reflection here. So interesting. Are you aware of your thoughts? What is their quality? Believe in limitless possibility and you will see miracles unfold. The Gentle Gardener guarantees the integrity of everything you send out in the world. Stay positive and expect a wondrous return. Your garden is abundant with beauty. Yeah, it's like you expect other things. It's like, this is what I'm getting. Group number 3, you believe in possibilities. You believe in miracles. You believe in wonderful things happening for people, but other people, not for you. So I think your limiting belief is that like good things only happen to other people. Miracles only happen for other people. They don't happen for me. Other people can have victory and all the abundance in the world, but not me. So that is your limiting belief, okay? That is really what I'm getting for you, group number 3. But let's get your tarot and get more about this, okay? What is this limiting belief for group number 3, please? What is the limiting belief for group number 3? What's the limiting belief here for group number 3, please? Group number 3. What is the limiting belief, please? Okay, your first cards out are Oh, this is the World card, card number 21. Oh my goodness. She's looking at her own mirror again. Her own reflection. Can you believe this? You know, you don't see yourself correctly. Group number 3, you do not see yourself correctly. And then we've got, look at this. Oh, I believe that I got to double check this. This is a newer deck to me. I love it so much. But I think this is the Magician card, right? Card number 1. Let me double check that 1 second. Yes, this is card number 1. So it's the Magician. Okay. You do not see your own power. The Magician has everything he or she needs to create alchemy, to manifest, to create something out of nothing. Well, not nothing, but out of the different elements, things that you can't see sometimes. Knows how to wield power, but doesn't need it. Already has everything he or she needs, doesn't need anything else. You don't see yourself correctly. You don't see that anything is possible for you. You think it's only possible for other people. And then we've got the 10 of Pentacles here. And you've got this kind of grandmother with a, looks like, yeah, this is another mothering kind of energy. Interesting that there's all those people around them watching. I feel like this group is sort of especially concerned, too concerned with other people. I just feel like you kind of shrink yourself down, group number 3, when you're around other people, especially other people that you perceive to have qualities that you would like to have, or people you perceive as being especially smart or skilled or handsome or good looking or popular or whatever, right? It's like you do not see yourself properly, group number 3. What's the message here for group number 3, please? What's this self-limiting belief? Okay, sorry, you got card number 11 here. I think, yeah, that's 11. That is the Justice card, and we're gonna get one more. But yeah, this is like you're not being fair to yourself, is what I'm getting with that. You're not being just or fair to yourself. You're very imbalanced in your view of yourself. What's the message, please? One last message here for group number 3. Please, what is the self-limiting belief? 3 of Cups. Again, about other people. 3 of Cups. This 3 of Cups is about community, companionship, celebration. And look, I'm just noticing here this woman here is looking down on this. I feel like you look down on yourself in some ways, even if it's subconsciously. If some of what I'm saying sort of resonates, then you're like, gosh, am I really that hard on myself? A lot of this could be subconscious. You know, like subconscious programming you have about yourself. Okay, so your limiting belief, group number 3, is that good things happen to other people, not me. Recognition, success, abundance, these things happen to other people, but not me. Life is kinder to other people, but not me. God loves other people, not me. Those are some of those are the limiting kind of beliefs that are there for this group. Okay? And the thing that you don't see There's all this looking at yourself. There's all this comparison with other people. And what you don't see is your own power. 100%. This is you. You are the magician, and you can have this 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is about like security, a happy family, abundance. This is like a lot of material, financial security and success. This is very, in this 10 of Pentacles energy, you feel very good. You feel like you deserve, you've earned and you deserve everything you've got, you know, and you have a lot. And this magician, it's like, yeah, you made it all happen. You have the power to make anything happen for yourself. You deserve the best. You really do. Group number 3, and I don't know why I'm getting called. I just want to pull a couple extra cards for you. I want to ask what you're especially good at. I don't know why. I just feel like you need some messaging about what are you, like, I feel like this group, you are like really skilled and powerful, and it's like you, some of you are probably like beautiful and you don't even know that you are. Or you're really smart and you don't even know that you are. You're really good with other people and you don't even realize it. I feel like you're good at taking care of other people. All this nurturing energy here, I feel like it's given to other people, and you know, you don't give it to yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna ask, what is a strong skill that group number 3 has? What is a strong skill? What are the strongest skills that group number 3 has, please? What? Oh, here, yeah, okay, we got 3. That's kind of what I wanted. Okay, so we've got okay, sorry. We've got 3 of Swords. Okay. So the question we're asking is what skill you have. So this is a healing energy. Some of you, and we've got this nurturing energy. So some of you are very skilled and very good at healing, providing healing and nurturing for other people. Okay. And you probably use that. I feel like a lot of you in this group do use that energy. Like you do take care of others. But I feel like you're like a natural healer. A lot of you in this group, okay? We've got the Star card. This card especially, I mean, the Star card is about another healing energy. Yeah, I feel like this group are natural healers for sure, 100%. But the Star card's also about hopes and dreams, and so I feel like this group, you also have a lot of manifestation power. Like you can make things happen. You can alchemize. You have to believe in yourself to do that though. You know, if you don't believe you deserve something, it doesn't matter how skilled you are, like it will never happen. Our beliefs really do dictate what our lives end up looking like. I know this firsthand. Okay. And then you've got card number 9 here. This is the Hermit card. So the Hermit's also another healing energy for me. A Hermit energy is very healing. It's probably, I have some bias here. Most of my own healing happened in my own Hermit period of my life. Hermit is about self-discovery, but also about, honestly, for a lot of you, I feel like this is about, I feel like you're going to, even though you don't see yourself properly right now, I feel like this group, you're headed towards a period of self-discovery. You're going to realize the healing that needs to be done for yourself. And you're going to end up turning this around and being a leader and being a healer for others, but not in a way that is distracting you from your own stuff. It's in like this, it'll be like a mutually beneficial, good exchange of energy, you know? It's like where you're leading and you're healing others out of a place of knowing your own skills and self-worth and abilities. You know, not just giving to others because, you know, you can't give to yourself because you don't think you deserve it or you don't see yourself properly. Or you're trying to compensate for something or whatever, right? That's what I'm getting from these 3 cards here. It's like, there's a lot of purpose I'm getting in all of this. It's like, yeah, you don't, right now you've got a lot of limiting beliefs about yourself in terms of what kind of things can happen to you. But I really feel like this is going to turn around for this group. You're going to end up in a period of self-discovery, and you're going to end up leading and navigating and healing others one way or another. Who knows what that's going to actually end up looking like? It'll be different for different people out there. But I think it'll transform your life doing this. Very interesting. Okay, this was a deep one. Group number 3. So I think that's all I got. I'm going to leave it at that. If this resonated, please give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.